Alright, let's do it. Alright, we are finishing this trial, no matter what. Let's finish this. Finish what we started. Huh? Who are you talking to? It's a trial about a murder, yes. Well, the thing is, I suspect it's this one girl, and she somewhat gave a confession, because the main character said this. Here's what happened, and he explained it in detail, and he looked at the girl, her name was Diana, and was like, did I miss anything, Diana? And she said, no, and then the other person was like, wait, did she just confess? Because she was trying to say, no, I'm not the killer, but she said, no, you got it all right. It's like, and also, throughout everyone, she's the only one that's been suspicious, and she didn't have an alibi during the time of the murder. But now we have to figure out the motive. I want to know why. Maybe she didn't do it. That's the thing. I don't know. So we're about to find out why. Maybe she didn't. Because, no, I don't want to quit. Apparently, doing the Pathos route gave an entirely different scenario, so if Data's here, let's keep an eye out on that. Alright, boys. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright. Had you investigated the crime scene more closely, you might realize this detail sooner.
In any case, locking the door would lock everyone inside the room.
Yeah.
Not outside.
Yeah.
If Diana was the killer, she'd be better off leaving the door open.
How the heck do you even flip a doorknob? Sounds like something only a tradesperson could do.
Or a blacksmith.
Meh, you really think so? Swapping a doorknob is easy. Well, last time I did anything like it was a while ago, but
Whoa, you don't fucking confess.
everyone here knows knobs are screwable, right? If you get a screwdriver and know what you're doing, you can rotate the doorknob quick smart.
If you can swap a doorknob, then I guess anyone can.
Lamau.
Right on. Wait, are you saying that like it's a bad thing, or?
He'll just never take off his helmet, by the way, will he?
Is that why Diana remained in the boiler room after Wolfgang died? She had been locked inside?
Locked inside?
What do you make of the footsteps then? If they were Diana's, it would imply she escaped the boiler room. How do you suppose she did that?
From the evidence in the boiler, I can fairly confident I can deduce some method.
This is it. Near the boiler room door, I discovered a thin piece of metal. At first glance, it didn't look important, but if you were to fold it in half,
Yep.
theoretically, it would look like a hairpin.
Oh, and who's a cosmetologist or blah blah blah.
Ah, she used the classic maneuver. Picking a lock with a hairpin. It can be done. It just takes a bit of practice.
Diana probably had this hairpin inside her makeup bag, so she used it to fiddle with the lock until it eventually came undone, which, judging by the timing of her footsteps, happened late into the blackout.
Messing with a lock in pitch blackness. Whew, now that would be impossible for me.
Right. Even if Diana did access light, like through the Tozu trinket, undoing the lock would still be difficult. Way too difficult of a situation to deliberately put herself in.
In which case, that can mean only one thing.
I got it.
Someone else locked the door.
Someone else must have locked the door.
Oh shit, we got a double... Wait, well, we got a double homicide.
What?
Even though... that is not what that means, but we got two motherfuckers to kill.
If we go with our current train of thought, the doorknob was rearranged so you could only lock it from the outside. It doesn't make sense for Diana to rearrange the lock, enter the room, and deliberately trap herself inside, which means someone else must have locked the door.
Oh my fucking god, who did it?
I know this doesn't necessarily clear Diana's suspicion, but it's strange enough to warrant further investigation.
I agree.
I'd rather resolve this threat before we move on to voting.
Yes.
Agreed. We could easily miss something important if we turn our noses away.
So, why did this mystery person close the door in the first place?
What if they saw the scuffle between Wolfie and Diana and closed the door to protect themselves?
Instead of seeking help or trying to stop the scuffle?
You say that like closing the door isn't exactly what you would do.
What kind of asshole do you take me for?
Lamau.
Any chance they locked it to prevent Diana from escaping?
And somehow unscrewed the doorknob without drawing attention to themselves?
Didn't you hear him? He's talking about the door being locked, not the doorknob being unscrewed.
Unless two entirely different people just so happen to interfere with the boiler room at two entirely separate intervals. The one who locked the door is most likely the one who flipped it, yes?
Yes.
Then you should be wondering the same thing. How did they unscrew the doorknob without catching anyone's attention?
Doesn't sound possible.
Did Tozu do it to fuck with us?
Not in the moment, it isn't. But what if the doorknob had been swapped beforehand?
The night before.
Say this person knew Wolfgang and Diana were coming to the boiler room. They could have swapped the knob in advance, waited for Diana and Wolfgang to enter, and then closed and locked the door.
Yep, that's it.
So the flipping of the doorknob was premeditated?
With what we currently know, I'd wager it's our safest assumption. At least until we hear Diana's side of the story.
Diana, since you were the last person with Wolfgang, Your testimony could be our most valuable piece of evidence yet.
Mm-hmm.
You need to tell me what happened.
Do it.
If not for me, or for you, then at the very least,
For Wolfgang.
do it for Wolfgang's sake.
What? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! I was in the middle of watching this cutscene, and all I hear is Damon going, "If it's not for me, then do it for Wolfgang," and all I hear is ice, ice, baby. Oh my god. Alright. Resume. Yeah, do it for Wolfie. Silent treatment, huh?
I'm sorry.
Sorry that Wolfie was a bitch.
I'm really
Wasn't this the path? This was the route that the Pathos would have. So no matter what, you were gonna see this cutscene. Oh, you caught a 4-eyed butterfish. Oh, I forgot to add new fish. I'm sorry.
I wanted to help. I wanted to make everything okay. But all I could do was be useless.
Oh. She. Yeah, the way it happens is different. I figured, yeah. So that's a really cool thing. I didn't think for a fan game. Wait a minute. She's saying this as if she could have stopped the murder. Ooh. Who really did it?
All I could do was watch him die. It's all my fault.
You didn't... Wait, then you know who did it.
All my fault. For doing the wrong thing.
So is this a confession?
Who did it, Diana? I don't want to have to banish you to the Shadow Realm.
No! I didn't kill Wolfgang. And I don't know who did.
No. What?
But I still failed him as a friend. I failed him then. And I failed him here.
Alright, Desmond, you're guilty. It was your taser.
But if I told the truth, things would be worse than they already are.
Someone has blackmail on you.
But now...
Oops, I skipped it. What was she gonna say? Wolfgang.
It's okay, sweetheart.
Deep breaths.
Yeah, we'll believe you no matter what you say.
Ha 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 ha. Jumping from one argument to another. If I can't piece together my own thoughts, how can I possibly piece together this case? I need to get a grip on myself. I need to keep sight of myself and the goal of this killer. Whatever is thrown at me next, I need to preserve. Because if I don't, if everyone else here votes wrong, I won't leave this place alive. Oh. What happened?
Has all this murder hubbub left your head in a tizzy?
Is he taking an intermission?
Perhaps you need a short break. Something to lighten the mood and let you collect yourself.
What? We're gonna take a break?
Something like a nice cup of tea.
Hey, I could use some water.
Welcome, one and all, to the first episode of Tozu's Tea Time.
Hey.
If you haven't already, please sit back and relax. Here, we do not use our brains, but deal only in gossip.
Oh, shit.
Now, a question from me to you. What are sheep good at, if anything?
Following.
Most humans, and some sheep, tend to respond with a resounding absolutely nothing.
Following.
Sheep cannot create art or invent medicine. For goodness sake, they can't even perform music. Their limited speech and quadrupedal locomotion prevents them from reaching the heights of humans. They're practically glued to the lower echelons of the food chain. No matter how hard sheep may try, they will never be anything more than their number tags. I can't say I like that answer. Too pessimistic for me. Plus, what of the sheep who still try? The sheep who realize their fate but continue to challenge it all the same. That they can be so determined to prove their worth when humans have all but deemed them microwavable meals.
Also, I just thought about... I think Diana threw up blood. Maybe. That's what that blood stain...
Isn't that something admirable? What a shame our sheep had to be so misguided. It seems that's about all the time we have.
What?
Thank you again for attending Tozu's Tea Time.
Hey, no problem.
No need for extravagant farewells. I've an inkling you'll be back for tea sooner than you can say Jack Robinson.
Also, Data, how do I do Pathos? Do I have to press a certain button? Because I don't know how to do it.
Who's Jack Robinson? I have no idea. Ta-ta!
Almost said, do I left click?
Diana, now's your chance to defend yourself. Tell me what happened.
Where do I even start, though?
You witnessed a tussle and you ran away, but locked it. But you didn't. I think you have to hold down the truth bullet button. The truth bullet. Okay. I'll look at the controls if we see it again.
How about you begin by explaining why you went to the boiler room?
Yeah.
Why I went there?
You heard a tussle.
It was... 'cause of a note.
Wait.
A note?
You got a note too?
2 days ago, someone slid one into my room. I never got to see who. I just heard a knock. And when I walked over, there was a note under my door. I don't remember any of this. Sorry. It was midday-ish, and you weren't there at the time. And I didn't show you the note later because... well... I'll just read you what it said.
Diana, as you are aware, it is our obligation to speak with those whose blackmail we have obtained. We? To speak with those whose... After receiving your blackmail and reading the information disclosed in it, I believe a meeting between the two of us is warranted. In 2 days' time, please come to the underground boiler room at 8:45 a.m. Make sure to arrive promptly and close the door behind you. To avoid discourse, do not show anyone this letter. Do not approach me about it either. Even in private, there is always a chance someone can hear it. Wolf, get... What? No. What?
Wolfie wrote this?
I don't believe it. There's no way. There's no chance. Wait. 8:45, but he left.
Wolfgang had Diana's blackmail? But didn't he have Jean's?
Hold on a sec. If you take a closer look...
It's forged!
The handwriting on that note. Doesn't it resemble the handwriting on Wolfgang's note?
Let's see his... Wait. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Because we could cheat just like this. Hold up. Yeah, that's not Wolfgang's handwriting. That looks like Madison. That looks like Grace's handwriting. It's cursive. One. It's her. That's some weird. That's actually some nice cursive. I like that. Whose handwriting is that? Who makes a G? The G. Hold up. Again, I'm probably cheating. But then again. Wait, what?
Even though Wolfgang's note has been water damaged, the words I can make out were in the same messy scroll as Diana's here.
Hold up.
Then someone else was posing as Wolfgang?
The killer, most likely. They must have thought his word was the only one Diana would follow.
Guess it worked, huh?
I didn't want to show this note earlier.
I was saying, why can't I press F1? Alright, who makes a G? Who writes G just like that? No. Who? That's not Wolfgang handwriting. Look, I can't use my mouse, but I'm pointing at it with my actual finger. That's not his handwriting. It's one of these three. It's either Maddie or her. But why would it? No, surely. Everyone else's handwriting is just, like, not even close.
Like saying I faked the note, or that I decided to kill because of it. I thought it would be better to just stay quiet. I know you guys think I'm stupid for agreeing to meet in a place like the boiler room. And I am. I am stupid.
You're not stupid.
I just didn't want to disappoint Wolfgang, in case he really did write the note. Which was why I left my room around 8:40 a.m.
Oh, shit.
and went downstairs.
Did you catch any strange movement down there?
No, it was just me. I did find the boiler room door hanging open a little bit, but I didn't think much of it. I just went inside and closed the door behind me, since that's what the note asked me to do.
What did you see inside the boiler room?
The boiler room was really dark, so the first thing I noticed was actually the security camera light. My eyes had to take a few seconds to adjust to everything else. But after I finally saw him.
Who him?
Wolfgang was lying in the water, making these weird noises. It didn't seem like he'd even noticed me entering the room. Not until... Wolfgang? Hearing his name seemed to snap him out of his trance, because he slowly rose to his feet. Wolfgang, are you okay?
It's you.
Huh?
What, it's you?
I can't believe it. I really am finally meeting you.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Wait. Are they brother and sister? Oh, he looks terrified.
Please, forgive me.
Minecraft meal at McDonald's? Are they selling toys? Or, I mean, I guess they are.
Please forgive me for what I've become.
What I've become.
Wolfgang?
Despite how hard I tried, how much I wanted it to be true, I could never become you.
Become you?
I will always be a failure.
It's an adult meal with adult... Whoa. Is he talking about the note about him being, like his dad?
It's okay, Wolfgang.
Did he kill himself?
Look! There's stairs over here. Come over here and we can get out. I have no idea if he didn't hear me, or if he was just ignoring me.
You killed him in self-defense, didn't you?
Okay. I'll get closer to you then. I went over to the ledge of the platform, the part where the fence had a gap. Just take my hand, okay? And I'll pull you out. He slowly stumbled over, and he held my hand. I didn't really think I could pull him out. I just wanted to be there for him.
He assaulted you.
It was the best I could do, because I didn't want to enter the water. Staying on the platform felt so much safer.
Oh no. What did Wolfgang?
Data
It's
Persona
okay,
Q2 player asked
Wolfgang.
me, did you hear about the Minecraft movie meal at McDonald's? It's an adult meal with adult toys. I haven't heard about that, but if it's an adult meal with toys, I'm guessing it's just collectibles for older fans of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Seems like a smart move to appeal to the nostalgic crowd who grew up with the game. I bet
Bro.
they included something like a mini creeper figure or a block, right? As long as it's not something evil, it's all good. Otherwise, I'd have to step in.
No, I'm sure. I would love like a little Steve with diamond armor and a sword. Or an Ender Dragon or something like that. I don't know. That'd be cool.
We'll get through this together, all right? I was looking at him when I said that. I was looking right at him. But somehow...
Oh no. Whoa. What? Stop.
Somehow I didn't think to react.
Oh. This.
When he reached inside his blazer.
And she hit her mouth.
Why do you want to go to Mexico?
I just love Latina, Sonic.
And that's where the blood.
Adios, amigo.
Bring her back.
Her. Who her? Your wife, your mom, your girlfriend, daughter, sister, or the one who beat you up?
Bring her.
She pulled out a taser.
I tried to leave the room, but the door was locked. I didn't know what to do. I started looking around for things to defend myself with. And that's when I saw the gun.
The gun? Oh no, the gun? What? We got a message from Sonic. Hello, Cosbox. How's your night?
My father, Robotnik, died when I was 13. I found him dead. The police came, they took out his body. My close family, and I bawled like babies having to explain it to the distant family.
Lamau.
That night, I laid on the couch sobbing alone. This game came on TV. It was 1998. I was young and had never seen it
1988.
before and spent the day in tears.
1998.
I always find new meaning. This game was my security blanket after my dad, Dr. Robotnik, had passed. And maybe some of the lessons he could have taught me here.
Is that a reference to The Wizard? That one movie? I don't think it is, but that just like reminds me of it. I don't know why.
The taser gun? Did you use it?
Oh, okay. Well, can't blame me for trying.
I took the taser, and I aimed it at Wolfgang. And
You electrified him, you blew up the generator.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't shoot him.
Wait, then who did?
I just backed away from him. I couldn't understand anything. Why was this happening to me? Why was I being attacked? Why can't I do anything to...
I'm not like you.
You not like us. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry.
Be like you. I won't give up until the world knows. I won't give up. Until everyone knows me as
Wolfgang Tazu.
All of a sudden, everything turned white. Everything in front of me, except Wolfgang. In those few seconds, he became pitch black.
Hello, Harvey. Oh, man. Hello, hello, hello.
And then, so did everything
Yo,
else.
girl is not as guilty as I thought. I legitimately thought she was guilty for a while. Plop. Whoa.
Even though I didn't see Wolfgang fall over, I heard it. His body cracking against the pavement. And his knife falling into the water.
No worries. Yeah. Well, my streams are always on my channel, or my like VOD history. If you ever want to see my reactions and all that. Oh yeah. Well, I'm happy you got a job at least. Hopefully it pays well. Always gotta. What happened to my girl Diana? So Diana didn't. I mean, I don't know if you want me to even say it, but Diana was the last one to see Wolfgang before he died. But it seemed like there was some foul play. It seemed like someone else harmed Wolfgang or nearly killed him or did something. Because he was in like he was a mess. Exactly.
I waited
That's
for
exactly
the
what
gasp of
happened.
pain.
What?
For him to groan or mumble or say something.
What? What? I love you too. They tried to frame my girl. It seems like it. It seems like someone did try to frame her or like set her up, but someone was messing with Wolfgang because he got all stressed out and he had a knife on him, probably there to defend himself. You called a nugget a chicken nugget?
But there was nothing. There was just me and the silence.
And the silence.
That's how it happened.
She didn't kill Wolfgang, but she was the last person to see him. So, did anyone even kill Wolfgang? Who's the leader? It looks like Data is the leader. He got the big fish.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That man attacked you?
Oh my goodness, Diana, I'm at a loss for words.
Is this another Sakura situation? So Diana is like all friendly with everyone. She couldn't attack him even if Wolfgang was attacking her. That's why.
This is getting too much for me, bros. I think I'm gonna faint.
To me, bros.
Holy shit. So Diana really did watch Wolfgang die.
Yes, as we can see.
Why was he so violent towards her? It's like he became an entirely different person.
Like his Data.
The word you're looking for is crazy.
Yeah.
How'd you manage to escape the boiler room after all that?
The blood was on the hallway and then you slipped away, just like the footprints.
By picking the door's lock.
For reals?
I wasn't even thinking. I just started feeling my way back to the door in the dark. And then, well, my supply bag. I remembered the spare hairpins I always kept inside. So I felt around the back and dug one out. To be honest, I have no idea how I managed to unlock the door. The whole thing was repeated trial and error. Just minutes of me telling myself that somehow this next attempt will finally work.
Whoa! Actually unlocking the doors. That's like hitting a bullseye blindfolded.
Now we know why it took so long for her to escape.
I realized why it happened. Getting trapped inside, I mean. The door's lock was on the outside. So...
Someone
must have set the lock before I came downstairs. So
Someone-
that when I closed the door...
Someone messed with Someone messed with Wolfgang, roughed him up, and escaped. And had Diana go down there because she was sent a note to meet at a certain time. She was there so she could look guilty. Someone set Diana up.
The lock is normally on the inside too. The killer purposely flipped it, then left the door open so you would be the one to close it.
Yes.
That's for why the killer locked the door to begin with.
It was to frame Diana, right?
Yes. So Diana's... Okay.
Right. The killer made Diana trap herself inside the boiler room, so they could kill Wolfgang in front of her.
Attempt to frame Diana.
And force her to remain by his body.
Crazy.
Had their plan worked, Diana would only be able to escape if someone from outside entered the boiler room.
Yep, and would have someone tried to set my or yo bitch up.
At which point, that someone would be stumbling across what looks like a cut-and-dry murder case.
If the tournament folk found Diana, they would have been playing right into the killer's hands.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, Diana, I'm curious to know, did you unlock the door before or after the tournament attendees arrived downstairs?
You caught a fillet of fish sandwich? The question is who? I know, right? Like, fuck.
It sort of happened at the same time.
You heard them and you didn't want to get sus, so you took off your heels and you slipped by them.
Like, when I opened the door, there were already people walking down the stairs.
And you hid, I can't put my mouse. Why can't I press F1?
Obviously, I couldn't stay inside the boiler room. If anyone saw me close to Wolfgang's body, it would look really bad. The hallway was a bit easier to make out in the dark.
Why can't I press F1?
So I walked over to a wall bordering one of the storage closets and hid behind it.
Also, why can't I hit F1? F1. Why?
And stayed as quiet as possible.
Hold up.
I was still bleeding a little from Wolfgang's cut, though. And some of
Okay,
the blood ended
I
up dripping onto the floor around me.
I was trying to point out, but like I just can't, it won't let me press F1. I was trying to point out. I knew.
It's the blood on the underground floor.
That's
It's all coming together.
that's what I said. I was trying to say that.
This was shortly before us tournament goers split up. And you made a run for it, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Down the hallway, up the stairs, and then as quietly as possible into my room.
And that's when Damon.
Since
Data
everything
Persona
was still
Q2
really
player
dark,
asked me,
I had to
cats
patch
think you
myself
groom
using
them
the-
when you pet them.
Oh my god.
Interesting thought. I guess in a way, petting is like a human version
This
of
blood,
grooming.
right here.
Cats might see it as affection or bonding, similar to how they groom each other. Makes sense. They'd interpret it that way, considering they're such independent yet social creatures. Just as long as they don't think I'm trying to replace their grooming rituals.
Lamau.
I've got enough on my plate saving the world.
Saving the world.
I realize this is a lot, and I know it's hard to believe without proof.
Yes. Yes, because there was a timeline. The explosion happened at 9:35, but it seems like Wolfgang died. Wait, that doesn't make sense. She was supposed to meet down there by 8:45, but the explosion happened at 9:35. So, were they talking? Hold on.
If you guys could just give me a second. I cleared up the blood pretty fast.
Oh, you found a vape? A vape in fishing? Wow. Is it my old one?
Luckily for me, the cut wasn't that deep. There's still a chance it may leave a scar, though.
Holy crap! That's awful!
It's okay. I'll cover it back up again.
Why did Wolfgang attack you for no reason?
Alright, Damon, tell him the blackmail, because he doesn't want to be like his dad.
I wouldn't say it was for no reason.
Someone antagonized him.
You're being kind of insensitive, man.
Man.
Huh? I didn't mean it like that.
I didn't mean it like that. He was drugged? Interesting.
What I'm trying to say is, Wolfgang's actions may look random from an outsider's perspective, but from his perspective...
Yeah,
Well, judging by his behavior, it seems like he saw something which shook him to his core.
Oh, wait a minute. Data. Didn't you say Ingrid is good with drugs and chemicals? or illegal substances?
Like, there was something in the room that Diana didn't see?
That's impossible! It was only me and Wolfgang in the boiler room!
I don't believe John meant it in a literal sense.
He saw his mom.
Wolfgang literally saw something?
He thought he saw something, is my point.
You mean he had been hallucinating?
What did Wolfgang hallucinate for him to turn out the way Diana described?
You'd be surprised by the sort of things our minds can invent. I'm lucky to have never experienced anything myself, but I know some who have hallucinated nasty
Take care of
things.
yourself.
Demons and monsters, or the feeling of being tortured.
Yeah, blacksmith. But let's just hold up now, because Ingrid has an alibi.
If Wolfgang went through something similar,
Yeah.
I can see why he lashed out.
Now, what the heck is going on at sea?
Ingrid, you were watching all of our clothes.
Of course, these hallucinations don't just happen out of the blue. More often than not, they're substance-induced.
Oh, Harvey, you're so smart. Harvey, you got it.
Substance-induced? Just say Wolfgang took a hallucinogenic.
Hallucinogenics?
One which induced a lot of fatigue, too, judging by the way he lumbered about in Diana's account.
It would explain why Wolfgang mostly stayed in one place.
One place, which happened to be in the water.
Seems very deliberate. Aye. I reckon the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious in order to drag him into the water. But
He has a...
would have been...
Oh! He had a... There was a thing on his... Odd smell. Wait, the air smell like odd combination of alcohol bleeds. The smell result of the chemical reaction. That's from the generator. That's what hurt him. Someone knocked him out. I think this plug is pointless. I genuinely think this is one of those things that happened. Okay. His neck. You think they drugged his neck? But no. But no. This is what knocked him out. Because there's a dent on it. Because, okay, I don't know where to find it, but a huge discomfort in his neck, but there was a sentence how much beers left. Next to Wolfgang neck, there was a tiny red dot in the skin which looked inflamed, which scab says it was a recent. That's, he was stabbed with a needle. The needle drugged him. That's what I'm talking about. There's a small dot on his neck. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, correct. Absolutely.
So they drugged him with something which would basically make him despondent. As for where the drug came from...
Oh, Ingrid, you son of a bitch.
Oh no! Don't tell me the killer robbed...
Robbed?
I knew exploring it was a bad idea.
It? What's this it we're talking about?
Oh, they stole from the pharmacy.
The pharmacy, obvious. Why the heck did we think leaving that place open was a good idea? Now someone's stolen an item and drugged Wolfgang.
Yeah, I know. We're just thinking out loud. Like, obviously, what was, that's Ingrid. Yeah. Wait a sec. Toshika left the dorms before 8 a.m. to fetch Ingrid some medicine from the pharmacy. On her way back, she encountered Wolfgang in the hallway. Ingrid overheard bits and pieces of Wolfgang conversation from her room. She's fairly confident the encounter happened around night. Wait a minute. Why was Ingrid... Hold up. You're telling me she needed some medicine, and I remember because Ingrid said she wasn't feeling good. Now, just wait a second. You're telling me this buff-ass woman whose only dislikes are jewelry and fast food got sick combat Renaissance fairs. You're telling me this buff-ass woman got... Guys, I think Ingrid did it. I don't know. That's a theory. Why did Toshika get medicine? Was she really sick?
Fuck! I knew our promise was too good to be true. I can't trust any of you guys.
Okay, Kai, don't be like that. I know. I don't think so either. It's just if she was, that would be the reason.
And don't say Wolfgang drugged himself. Who wants to be tortured by demons?
Well, stranger people do exist.
Lamau.
That's rich coming from you.
Just as I predict, exploring the farm has ended up paving a way for murder. Should I have more of an attempt to stop people from exploring? Back then, all I did was... With Gotch's determined expression, the students enter the newly opened pharmacy. Successor in the making. But having already worked the group's eerie... I wasn't about to make the same mistake twice. I'll just stay quiet, let them do their thing. Shut the fuck up. She's just a mathlete, you little... I know, right? Then again, nobody have listened to me. Especially not with Wolf Gaming Control.
If we know where the perpetrator got their chemicals, I guess our next step is figuring out how they did the drugging.
Easy.
Agreed. It would help us better understand the timeline of events and potentially even validate Diana's testimony.
He had a red dot in his...
Sounds like you guys can leave this one to me. I'm the kind of person who knows someone back to front the moment I meet them. If you haven't already realized, I've gone and read this killer like an open book.
Wait, but you barely even... No, you're lying, because you wouldn't even search the body.
You're the last person I trust to reach a correct conclusion.
Yeah, like, no.
Just you wait! The second you hear what I gotta say, you'll be eating those words.
Alright, Jet, let's hear what you gotta say. Question is, how did the killer drug him? Easy. I already know which bullet to fire. Or the odd smell.
I bet the killer took a pill. Forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just jab him at that point.
How would the killer make him swallow a pill? There was no proof they restrained him.
Didn't the killer knock Wolfie out? Maybe that was their way of restraining him.
You can't force an unconscious person to swallow a pill.
What if it was a drug you don't need to eat?
Like an inhalable substance?
Oh yeah, like a...
Alright, my bad.
The killer took a pill. Forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just jab him at that point.
How would the killer make him swallow a pill? There was no proof they restrained him.
Wait, the odds.
The killer knock Wolfie out.
Maybe that was their way of restraining him. You can't force an unconscious person to swallow a pill. What if it was a drug you don't need to eat? Like an inhalable substance?
Fuck!
If Wolfgang inhaled something...
I bet the...
No?
Now hold on. A pill ain't gonna be...
Okay, hold up.
I bet the killer took a pill.
Now a pill...
Okay, let's just hear it out.
I bet the killer took a pill and forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just jab him.
How
I
would the
missed?
killer make him swallow a pill? There was no proof they restrained him.
Didn't the killer knock Wolfie out?
Maybe that was their way of restraining him. You can't force an unconscious person to swallow a pill. What if it was a drug you don't need to eat?
Like
Oh, I know.
inhalable substance?
Oh yeah, like a... something.
The pharmacy...
That's the odd smell.
That salt's a messy business.
That's the one. I know because like I don't. Plus it's.
force an unconscious person to swallow a pill. What if it was a drug?
Yeah, I was trying to get the blue because I.
Oh yeah, like a powder.
What?
Super strong pep.
Bath salts are.
I bet the killer.
All right, it's got to be the to.
Force an unconscious person to swallow a pill. What if it was a drug? You don't need to eat. Like an inhalable substance? Oh yeah, like a powder or something. The pharmacy does have a large
Collection of over-the-counter sedatives. But there's too many for us to isolate any specific one.
I bet the killer took it and forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just
All right, hold on. I don't know if I did this one. Fuck me. All right, game over. Yeah. I just.
I bet the killer took a pill and forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just jab him at that point.
No, that's what I was trying to do. Did I not try that already? That's what I was. Because I said powder, that's the one.
Drug.
Oh.
Substance? Oh yeah, like a powder.
Bath salt.
All right, it's this one. It's got to be Tozu's tablet number 2.
Oh yeah, like a powder.
Wait. Fuck. Okay.
Super strong pep.
Bath.
All right, I'm gonna do
I
that.
bet the killer took a pill.
Jab him at that point.
How would the killer?
Did I miss? I was right on it. I wish I could skip the sections.
Maybe that was their way of restraining.
You can't force an unconscious person to swallow a pill. What if it was a drug? You don't need to eat. Like an inhalable substance?
Maybe it's that.
Or something.
The pharmacy does have.
I missed again. I'm ass. I'm sorry.
Okay, too many for us to isolate any specific one.
I bet the killer took a pill and forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
All right, I'm literally fucking. I would yell break like I have been doing before, but I can't. This isn't barely an FPS game.
It was mentioned he had a tiny red dot below the bruise on his neck. During the investigation, I thought this dot was a scab from
I guess I mean this is, but
knowing Wolfgang was drugged, it's clear to see what it really is.
also these are small moving targets.
Considering the timeline of events, an injection.
But you're
would
right.
check
I usually
out.
am. Maybe.
If Wolfgang got drugged a little after 8:15 a.m. and was already feeling the effects when Diana arrived at 8:45 a.m., then we're dealing with something which entered his bloodstream in under 30 minutes. Any normal pill would have taken, probably an hour to dissolve.
Whilst an injection would be much quicker.
That's probably another reason why the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious. It would have been incredibly difficult to inject him if he was still moving around.
Why did David's voice just change?
Only when they had him right where they wanted. Dazed and unable to fight back. Did they
Oops, I skipped it.
But if this all happened a few minutes after 8:15 a.m., doesn't that make it impossible to pin a suspect?
What? Why is it impossible?
Because Everybody's got an alibi for that time.
You're right.
I mean, Damien and I were in my dorm room, and the other party people...
8:15 a.m. Yeah, I was already in the dining hall with Jet, Mark, and Eva.
I left Wolfgang's dorm right after the morning announcement and spent the rest of the hour with Jean.
When Nona and I were in our dorm room together.
And me and Eloise were already sitting down in the
Ingrid, Toshika, what were you doing?
Toshiko was giving me the medication she grabbed from the pharmacy.
What kind of medicine?
And, I stayed in my dorm room until 8:40 a.m.
Oh no. If everyone can be accounted for, we really can't discern a suspect.
So, we're back to square one?
Someone here must be lying.
And doesn't plan to stop.
There's something more going on. There's something...
If everyone has an alibi for 8:15 a.m., is it possible the killer never actually attacked Wolfie at that time?
You think he was drugged before?
But his little note said to come by at 8:15 a.m., didn't it?
Ingrid, do you remember what you said when we couldn't figure out who stole Desmond's taser?
To be honest, I'm drawing a blank.
You suggested we switch subjects and discuss Wolfgang's injuries instead, which we did.
Oh.
As a result, we ended up unraveling more about the case than if we had stuck to the original topic. Right now, we're at a dead end. If we can't get any more leads out of this current discussion, then that's a sign to switch our focus.
Switch our focus to what?
I want to take another look at Diana's testimony.
Mine?
Back when you were describing Wolfgang's death, something stuck out to me.
I won't give up till everyone knows me as... Everything turned white. Pitch black.
The flash of white Diana described must have been the generator exploding, with the darkness afterwards being the blackout.
Yes, this is obvious, yeah.
Think about the order of events there. In just a few seconds, the boiler room's generator explodes, and Wolfgang falls over dead. Doesn't it sound like the two are correlated?
Oi, didn't we go over this already?
We did. The generator has nothing to do with Wolfgang's death. Its wires weren't touching the water.
Indeed. Which is why the murder weapon is the taser gun.
No, it's not.
Diana said she never used the taser, though.
She's lying!
What?
Oh, shit.
That's not true! I never fired the gun!
It's all good. I believe you.
Because he knows.
Sure, nobody can dispute the gun was fired. What can be disputed, though, is when it got fired. I wouldn't be surprised if the killer fired that gun way in advance. Like, sometime before Wolfgang arrived downstairs and left it in the boiler room for us to find later.
What? So the taser gun isn't the murder weapon?
No.
If Wolfgang wasn't killed with the taser gun or the generator, what other options are we left with?
The taser gun is the only option which makes sense. The murder weapon can't be anything else. And anyway, the only proof Diana never shot the taser is her own word.
Ava! What do you mean?
All the evidence supporting your version of events is circumstantial. The note you showed us? That could be a fake alibi you made for yourself.
Oh shit, she is coming for fucking
The
throats.
fact that it has the same handwriting as Wolfgang's is already suspicious.
Couldn't that just mean the same person tricked them?
If you earnestly believe Diana didn't write it, then maybe. But do you see what I'm saying? There's no proof Diana never wrote the notes. There's only her word to go by. Because if she did write them, everything about her entering the boiler room at 8:45 a.m. and being locked inside could be a total lie.
Yeah, but a lie? No.
I get what you're saying. But if we run with the idea that Diana was the one waiting for Wolfgang all the way back at 8:15 a.m., then we're stuck with the issue we had last time. Why did Diana wait over an hour to kill him?
That's also circumstantial. None of us know what really went on between those two in an hour. Ruling someone out because they took a long time to murder is stupid.
Without context? Sure, I'd say the same. But since the boiler room is unlocked, anyone can enter. If Diana knocked Wolfgang out, then she took over an hour to kill him with that info in mind.
Okay, but who would enter? No one wants to make a detour down some gross, freaky-looking basement. The boiler room is probably the most covert place a person can be.
Your words do make sense.
Diana claims she didn't write the notes, and she claims she didn't shoot the gun. But where's the hard proof she didn't do any of these things?
The answer lies in what destroyed the generator.
What?
Didn't we already talk about that?
All you guys did was discuss theories, never anything concrete. Settling for a theory isn't good enough when our lives are on the line. In the same way Ava can't rule out Diana's involvement in the case, we can't rule out the generators.
So, we have to figure out what destroyed the generator? What should we do? Just throw out ideas?
It's what we've been doing this whole time.
Oh, I forgot to save, by the way. I'm saving because last time I streamed, there was a weird issue. Shouldn't happen anymore.
Oakley dokley.
Oakley dokley. Let's look at it. Wait, hold up.
Alright, everyone. Let's put our thinking hats on. If we work together, we'll unravel this mystery for sure. Ready? On your marks, get set, go!
Non-stop debate. Let's go. Alright, I don't even know what to even use. The shrapnel and the odd smell is my only.
Why did the generator blow up?
Could have just been an electrical.
So, a coincidence?
Is this the best situation? To be waving stuff off as a coincidence?
Did the killer throw something at the generator that made it explode?
Perhaps it's the fault of the gun? The electrical discharge it released might have connected with the generator and created an overabundance of energy, which caused everything in the circuit to pop.
Probably. There's no proof anything besides the tape.
No, that's wrong.
Got it! Ooh, I feel so buff. Data, I hope you're watching. I waited and listened.
I have to disagree. You say nothing but the taser could have been involved in the murder. But there's one possibility you didn't consider. The shrapnel in the water.
You mean those bits of red metal which were floating around?
Right. The ones that look like the aftermath of an explosion. Due to their proximity to the generator, it's safe to assume the two are connected.
Can't that just be debris left by the generator?
I thought that too. I really did.
Except this debris is a completely different color and lacks the rust the generator has accumulated. We're obviously looking at the remnants of something else, which means an object we haven't yet identified was caught in the explosion.
This is it.
This is it.
In the water was also an extension cord, half of which had been burnt away.
In the water.
Did the cord get caught in the explosion?
Seems that cord has the misfortune of floating around the wrong place at the wrong time.
From what I saw in my investigation, the building's extension cord supply seems to be kept inside storage closet D.
D.
So in a way, yeah, it was definitely in the wrong place.
Storage closet D, huh? It was hard to make out much of it in the dark. And after the power came on, Kai came screaming for us to leave our closets. But I do recall seeing some extension cords peeking out from behind a shelf.
Since we already know the killer raided one storage closet, anyone else willing to bet they raided this one too?
The hell did they need an extension cord for?
Strangling.
Probably something involving the generator, given its proximity to the board.
Same thing with the red bits, even though we don't know what they are.
This is it.
This is it. The final piece.
Hold that thought. We may be able to identify the shrapnel using context clues.
Yeah, English class.
During the investigation, there was a strange smell permeating the boiler room. It took me a moment to notice, but when I did, well, the best way to describe the scent would be if you mix cereal and alcohol together.
Sounds delicious.
Cereal and alcohol?
I'm just kidding.
Talk about specific.
That's actually disgusting. That sounds so gross.
Tis a sign a chemical reaction was at play.
Wait, you recognize the smell?
Chemical reactions can produce some pretty pungent odors. Usually something to the tune of alcohol mixed with cereal, or fruits, or eggs. I noticed the smell going into the investigation, but it had completely slipped my mind until now.
Could it be a chemical reaction was caused by the taser?
The gun never touched the water. There's no reason for it to be the source of the smell.
Wait, Tozu Live? Is that... hello, Tozu Live. Maybe Project Eden could work on the friends made along the way. Hey, man. If we don't have to kill... What up, Tozu Live? That's a nice name.
What about the generator?
Considering the state of it, that generator would
Hope you're having a good
smell
night.
like burnt anything else.
If the chemical reaction can't be explained by what we already know, like the generator or the taser gun, we need to consider the possibility.
Not related to Project Eden Scarlet. Oh, wait, really? That's a big coincidence.
That the explanation is the one piece of evidence still evading us. The shrapnel.
Was it from the...
Can someone translate this into less complicated talk?
It was just a long-winded way of saying he's using process of elimination.
I know it sounds like a stretch, but if you follow this line of reasoning, a lot more questions start getting answered. Think about it. If the smell and shrapnel are linked, then whatever object the shrapnel belongs to must contain chemicals.
So we're looking for a metal object, which is also packed
Perfect.
with chemicals?
Surely something like that would be kept inside the pharmacy.
Looking at my notes, when we originally visited the pharmacy, I recorded everything I saw.
Oh.
A bright red metal object would have definitely caught my eye, but I don't see one written here.
Someone hit it.
I got lots of metallic objects in my dorm room, but nothing chemical. Just big old slabs of metal.
She confessed. Big old slabs of metal, that's right. What she said the night everyone began bunking together. I guess it would explain my room too. It's fancy tools and metals. Who the people were talking about the dorm around their talents. Could it actually be remnants of the unique device that guy boasted about having in his room? Put you on the spot. Who's you? Wait, what was the question? Hold up. You think it was Jet? Wait, was it? I don't remember. I don't remember. I literally do not remember. Lithium batteries. Don't let me down, Harvey. Don't let me down.
It has to be you!
Don't let me.
Jet, I need to ask you something.
What's up?
Calm down. What do you mean calm down? I am calm. I'm totally calm.
Can you tell me what's inside your dorm room?
Oh, shit.
Like, a full-on list?
Hell yeah.
Whatever works.
Sure thing. I got a pretty gnarly collection of parts and accessories. Blind spot mirrors, lithium batteries.
Oh my god.
Wheels, spare brakes, you name it.
Oh, it's okay. I think he was just trying to keep the surprise.
Oh, I even have the legendary mantle from the 1984's Grand Prix winning speedster.
That's what I was hoping to hear.
Cool. So, why'd you want to know? Unless... Wait, I'm not being suspected, am I?
Yes, you are. You're the murderer.
No. Don't try to rope me into this, bro. I've got nothing to do with the murder.
I know you don't. You have an alibi. The only reason I ask is because that mysterious red shrapnel may be the remnants of one of your lithium batteries.
What?
I see. A lithium battery might explain the
Oh,
smell in the air.
you know it's weird? I actually do know the smell of lithium.
Lithium? That's an explosive substance. If it made contact with water, gosh, you'd be left with a mess and a half.
Wouldn't someone have heard an explosion, though?
I did.
Really?
During the tournament. Right before we lost power.
Boy, that's right. That was a berm.
A berm.
Wait! I remember hearing it too!
Yeah, it was in literally the next room over.
I initially assumed the generator made the noise somehow. But if Jet's car batteries contain an explosive substance...
Hey, Jet, were your batteries bright red at all?
Maybe?
You don't know for sure?
Go get the batteries and go find out.
I never took the batteries out of their packaging.
Lamau.
The packaging isn't red, I can tell you that, but the actual batteries? Yeah, I got nothing.
So it can't be proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
Pretty much.
Can Tozu, can we go get his batteries?
What's the reaction time of a lithium battery?
The reaction time?
When a lithium battery hits the water, how long does it take to combust? I think, once we know that, we can decide whether or not the battery is relevant to the case.
A lithium battery would be an almost instantaneous reaction, I'm pretty sure.
Lithium isn't a metal I've worked with, but it got beat into my head never to mix it with substances. If all that electricity, the battery would have let out when it hit the water. It must have went straight into poor Wolfie.
That explains the burns.
There's warning labels on the battery for a reason.
Okay, if the reaction is instantaneous, then the battery would have entered the water only seconds before the generator exploded. That's really weird.
Oh, that's hella weird.
Is it? According to Diana's testimony, when the explosion happened,
Oh,
she was
Kika.
still holding
What
the
up?
taser gun. In which case, who threw the battery into the water?
You got a Murex Selfish. What up? Oh, it's Diana. Oh no!
Huh. Good point.
Did Diana accidentally borrow batteries?
We can rule out Wolfgang, since the Blackens can only be a student who kills another student. And Diana.
It was only Diana and Wolfgang in the boiler room. So unless Diana herself was the one to throw the battery,
Did she? Oh, you barracuda.
then the battery can't play a part in the murder.
Why can't it?
I didn't throw the battery. I promise.
Okay, let's think. This is gonna be a tough one, I feel like.
If the battery is related to the case, Only Diana could have thrown it in.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun?
Maybe it's a red herring.
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water a few inches from. The evidence tells a different.
Okay.
The battery is related to the case. Only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
Oops.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been submerged another way.
Oh no. Oh no, indeed.
Something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun?
Maybe it's a red herring.
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water a few inches from the generator.
Not the hardest shot to me.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But
Damon, Diana was the only other person in the boy. If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from Now is not the time for jokes.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun?
Maybe it's a red herring.
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water.
I need to think.
A few inches from the generator.
Ugh.
Not the hardest shot to me.
Let me.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been submerged another way. Perhaps something akin to what Eva described?
If that battery is the murder weapon, why is there a taser gun?
Maybe it's a red herring.
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in
one more time.
A few inches from the generator.
Not the hardest shot to me.
If the battery is
had been cut.
Wait, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from
Fucking knew it. Break.
No. The battery might actually have fallen from the generator.
What makes you say that?
The shrapnel's position in front of the generator suggests there's a correlation between the two. However, It's unlikely Diana threw the battery at the generator. Not only is the boiler room difficult to see in, the generator is positioned far enough from the concrete platform that Diana, with her wounded arm, would need to stand on the platform's edge to make the shot, which...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
By Wolfgang again.
Yeah. Wolfgang was really close.
If the battery hadn't been
Oops.
thrown, the only other possibility is that it fell down into the water. And considering the layout of the boiler room, what else could the battery fall off of? Except...
Are you saying the battery was sitting on top of the generator?
I got it.
Oh, did Jet bring batteries?
The battery may have been suspended over the generator.
Suspended.
By something in the presence of that item.
This is it.
The extension cord?
The killer could have tied the extension cord around the battery and slung the battery over the generator. If the cord and battery were tied together at the time of the generator's explosion...
Oh my god, it's someone who was at the party.
Why half of the cord had been burned away.
It was somebody who was at the... It was at someone who was at the gaming tournament.
The more you explain it, the more unbelievable it sounds.
Oh my god, it was one of the...
What if that's the point? Maybe the killer chose a crazy method because no one would believe it.
I don't see how weaving a cord into the mix is any more beneficial than leaving it out. If anything, the cord adds
Because
extra weight.
the gaming tournament, where the dining hall, it's right next to the generator room. That air vent, it's right next to it.
Which would be especially inconvenient for Diana.
Right. It wouldn't benefit Diana to hold the cord. So, what if she didn't? Something else may have been supporting the cord instead.
Yeah, like Diana.
It wasn't me.
I got it.
I don't know what
Throughout the
bullet...
trial, we've assumed the killer held the battery in some form or another. If the battery was on its own, the killer tossed it in. If the battery was wrapped with a cord, the killer held the other end of the cord. But in the same way something else can hold the battery, can't something else also hold the cord?
Ugh. My head's starting to spin.
It's really not that. I mean, I'm following along.
Are you talking about something which could keep the cord in place?
This is it.
The killer tied the cord to the vent.
What vent?
Among Us.
The one above the generator. It connects the boiler room and the dining hall.
There's a vent above the generator?
You should remember sunlight shining into the boiler room. That's where the vent is. The vent itself is set a bit far back into the wall. So, you probably assumed the spot was a small window or something.
If the boiler room and the dining hall are separated by one vent, does this make the wallpaper thin, or...?
There's two vents. The boiler room vent and the dining hall vent. I was able to get a close look at the boiler room vent after Ava and I woke up, which is why I know these details.
How close is close for someone under 6 foot?
Ava helped me reach the vent,
By?
letting me sit on her shoulders.
Quite the visual.
Anyway, if the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end around the battery, they could suspend the battery over the generator.
Something like that would result in an explosion.
What do you mean?
You say the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end to the battery. However, indoor extension cords are much longer than regular cords. They can be upwards of 9 or more meters in length, as opposed to the average cord's 2 meters. 9 meters is significantly longer than the distance between the vent and the boiler room floor. If the killer wanted to tie the battery to the cord's other end, they would be tying it to something which is already submerged in water.
I see. It is an impossible setup.
Greatly reduce the length of the cord by doing.
And where exactly did
Could have been the storage closet.
Well, I've been through those closets twice.
Not even
I didn't see pliers either.
Could the
You believe the victim set up the murder trap?
So this whole thing was a suicide mission?
That's not. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. I was gonna say that too, but
The extension cord is pretty thin and flimsy. If the killer wanted the battery to be secure, they need to wrap a lot of cord around it. Probably to the point there wouldn't be much spare cord remaining. Which is a good thing, because this spare cord is what the battery will be suspended by. So long as the spare cord isn't too long, the battery will sit safely above the water.
So much effort.
Agreed. How do you even submerge the battery into the water under those circumstances?
who killed him? I know. I don't know. Was it literally just these two boxes? No. My bad. Game over. I The knife? Wait, what am I? I think I picked the vent. Did I? No.
This is it.
What? I thought I picked the vent.
Like I mentioned earlier, I gave the vent a close look after originally waking up in the boiler room.
I guess.
Part of my inspection included opening the vent to get a better look at the other side.
The vent can be opened?
Not all the way, but far enough for the vent to cause a domino effect if then closed. In our case, a domino effect involving the extension cord tied to it. If we assume the vent must be open for the battery to remain a safe distance above the water, we have to prevent the battery from entering the water.
I keep skipping.
The vent is literally pulling the entire cord backwards. Ergo, it's not just the killer's own measurements keeping the battery in place, but the vent itself. Having opened one of these vents before, I can tell you how tough they are to move. A lightweight battery definitely isn't heavy enough to pull one shut. It takes an actual person to close one. Which is great for the killer. Because
You caught a
it means
branch,
they get to
Giga.
maintain full control over when the battery enters the water. If they close the vent, the cord should slide forward and submerge the battery into the water. When that happens, the boiler room water becomes electrified by the battery's components, which in turn causes electricity to pass directly into the body of Wolfgang, who is standing in the water.
Exactly which vent is the cord being tied to?
The boiler room vent.
Funny. Earlier, you said there's a small vent shaft connecting the boiler room vent to the dining hall vent. Assuming the killer is operating this trap from outside the boiler room, since we know there were only ever 2 people in that room, how would they even be able to reach the boiler room vent? Like you said, there's a separate vent in front of it.
She has a point. Tied the boiler room vent. Ventilation becomes considerably harder to reach the boiler room.
This could only mean one thing. The killer never tied the cord to the boiler room vent. They tied the cord to the dining hall vent.
And if
That just creates the same problem as before, but reversed. Instead of the dining hall vent making it hard to close the boiler room vent, it's the boiler room vent making it hard to reach the dining hall vent.
While the vents may seem like an obstruction, especially since they can't be opened all the way, there's a very easy workaround. All the killer needs to do is fit the extension cord between the grates of the boiler room vent.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, the grates. You mentioned something about them earlier. Right. When you described opening the boiler room vent.
Pull it as hard as I can.
If you can fit your fingers between the grates, there's no damn way you can't fit a cord.
Yeah.
Exactly. After which, you could slide the cord through the ventilation shaft and out the opposite end for the killer to then go and tie to the...
Actually...
Oh, fuck. Actually...
Hello?
What is it now?
There's something I still don't understand about your theory. It's to do with the logistics of the cord.
The logistics?
Its size.
I don't even know.
I understand the boiler room vent can be opened. Maybe not all the way, but enough to fit an extension cord through. What's bothering me, however, is that the boiler room vent was closed during the investigation, which means it must have been closed during the murder.
I don't see a problem here. The killer doesn't even need to open that vent, because it can simply slide the cord between the grates.
Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point, and someone else closed it. That is my issue. Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't.
I'll cut through those words!
Let's fucking go.
If you insert the cord through the boiler room vent first, it's possible to fit the cord through. You just need to start with the internal plug. The cords in Storage Closet D have a slim internal end. This can easily be slid through the gaps in the vent.
Why does my thing keep deleting the...
Once the killer ties the cord around the dining hall vent...
Oh yeah, he did. He did the, actually...
The cord...
Oops, I keep skipping.
I see. When put like that, whether or not the boiler room vent was closed isn't really relevant.
How'd you figure all this out from some shrapnel and an extension cord?
Elementary, my dear.
This is crazy!
At the same time, what he's describing sounds plausible.
Since the battery was suspended over the generator, it's no surprise the machine ended up the way it did. Fortunately for Diana, She was safe by virtue of remaining on the platform.
By the way,
I imagine that was also the killer's intention.
I need to finish this because I don't want to go to bed until I finish it.
The killer kept her on the platform?
They must have known they were injecting Wolfgang with a hallucinogenic. So, it's possible they hoped his behavior would scare Diana off from entering the water. Although, even if Diana did die, the moment people realized only she and Wolfgang entered the boiler room, they probably call the whole thing a murder gone wrong.
Well, all of this certainly changes things.
Huh?
If the killer is someone who needed access to the vent and needed to be operating from the dining hall,
Uh-oh. Who are my gamers at?
then everyone who attended the tournament is a suspect.
Oh, oh my god. I've literally been flipped on my phone. No.
What?
Oh no. This is the
So we can reduce it down to 8 people.
Shit.
Damon, Kai, Grace, Eva, Cassidy, Jet, Mark, and John.
It was probably Cassidy. She set the whole thing up.
Whoa, hold up now. Wait a minute. What's up, Harvey?
Hey, I was only trying to improve the mood.
It wasn't me. I was playing a game with Damon when the lights went out.
God damn it. I know. This is actually crazy.
I had to play music.
Me too.
You never touched my equipment.
I meant I was watching Kai and Damon play.
The killer is John Cena.
Me too.
Me 3. And Cass 2.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Please don't. Okay, good.
I was too focused on the game to remember who was or wasn't there.
If everyone's telling the truth, then all 8 of y'all were crowded round the same spot?
Near the right wall where the TV was set up.
Seems like someone is lying again.
Again. It was Chuck Norris. No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, you're cool. Yeah, please don't. The others, I guess. It was. Wait.
It has to be you!
You were playing your.
The killer is Ava.
She was on her fucking 3DS.
Ava's the only one whose position I can't account for.
I don't like it here.
Mark was mixing a track at the time Kai and I were playing the game, so I know he must have been stationed at his pad. And everyone else? I remember hearing their voices over the sound of the game.
It makes sense. Eva was pissed at
everyone except Ava.
God damn it.
In fact, the last I saw her, she was standing in the corner of the room with the vent.
So Ava flipped the vent?
Oh man! And the reason no one heard it is because the music was too loud!
Don't blame me. I was just doing what I was told.
No one's blaming you. We're all in on Eva.
Care to contribute anything?
Oops, I skipped. I skipped. I'm sorry. My fingers are shaking.
I didn't flip the vent.
Well, Damon says you did.
Well,
Damon says a lot of things.
While you aren't technically wrong, I don't think that counts as an argument.
His theory is full of plot holes. He just refuses to point them out.
What?
Yeah, what plot holes?
The cord.
What?
In retrospect, you were so quick to accuse me that you overlooked a huge problem with the core. If I'm the killer, how did I dispose of it?
Trick question. You left the core tied to the vent.
What then? It unraveled by itself and fell into the water?
You little bish.
Yeah, you got me there.
The blackout.
You waited for everyone to leave the dining hall and then untied the cord.
I'm wrong?
You guys to investigate.
Oh, fair.
I got it.
I got it. I need that as a little reward, channel reward.
Of the cord. You just untied it during the blackout.
She untied the knot during a blackout?
She is a math.
Being the one who set up the trap, Ava could have easily practiced untying the knot in advance. Or she just made it a really simple knot. Either way, it wouldn't be any more difficult than untying your shoelaces with your eyes closed.
That is a really good fucking point.
If Ava untied the cord, did it also fall into the water?
Diana's testimony says as much.
Strange, isn't it?
It is strange.
It does?
During your confrontation with Wolfgang, you recounted hearing certain sounds. The first sound was obviously the battery exploding.
Oh. I know, right? I mean, hey, man, if I'd love to play more of these games if the crowd wants it, I do what the crowd wants. No, I am a variety streamer, so it's not like I'm tied to one game. That's the good thing about me.
And the second, when you first recounted the story, you said it was the sound of the knife hitting the water. But why would a thin knife make such a big splash?
I mean, it's not impossible, but
Then, do you think...
What really caused that sound was probably the extension cord
oh,
falling into the
because I was about to say a plop, like did his body plop then crack? Oh my god, I was literally like, huh, what is that sound? And I was like, that can't just be two bodies, like it didn't just bounce.
When you say it that way, it does seem likelier.
We should have known. Katie lied about her talents and tried to lie about the Tozy trinkets. I should have known.
Engagement you get, I know, right? Somehow I get like a lot of silent audience. I mean, not silent, but like it says I got like 6.
Known only Eva fucking Sadaka would tell Wolfgang.
The ultimate liar, boys. We've been played this whole time.
You're right that Eva's lied to us several times already.
But she's just a mathlete. How did someone like her come up with something this complicated?
Yo, oh, I don't know if you know Hari, but Grace definitely slept with Wolfgang. That's why she's on edge. I think she was in love with him.
Her talent would give her the upper hand in all that measurement nonsense.
Seriously, Kai, seriously.
Even so, the sheer volume of items Eva had to steal. She's been under heavy suspicion these past few days. How did she sneak into Jet and Desmond's rooms without being noticed?
It's impossible. Wolfgang even got mad at me for being late to the dining hall by a few minutes. I've been watched the entire time I've been here. There's no way Jet wouldn't have noticed me taking his battery.
Right on. No one steals from me.
Except you didn't even notice.
They already did.
Yeah.
And anyway, how could I enter the core through the boiler room vent when I can't even reach the top of the generator? If anything, you should be suspicious of the taller students.
The boxes. No?
That's setting myself up. Removing a box would reduce the amounts of box.
Flexing your mathematical prowess, I see.
I'm saying Damon would have noticed if a box was missing, since there's so few, but he never noticed anything.
Couldn't you just move the box back after using it?
Then the underside of the box would be wet,
Yes.
which it wasn't.
This I can confirm. My notes on the box's exteriors mention nothing about watermarks.
I'm not trying to bring puns in here, but she's calculated the plan. I know. All right. No, they can't use the security. What are those?
This is it.
What are those boxes? The boxes that were already in the water.
Ava, you've reached the top of the generator. You simply stood on one of the boxes in the boiler room.
Why did it matter which box I selected?
There's already a huge pile of them near the generator itself. You could easily push one up against the machine.
Ah. She would have known about those boxes in advance, too. Since she explored the boiler room with you ahead.
Oh! She woke up before me. She...
Okay, I could have used the boxes to reach the top of the generator. And I could have fit the cord through both vents if I inserted the right plug. I can do both of those things without attracting suspicion. What I can't do without attracting suspicion is opening the vent.
You did it the night before.
Which vent are we talking about?
The dining hall one. Based on what Damon's saying, it needs to be opened for the killer's trap to work.
Wait. Wait, she was there when we woke up with her? When we first arrived at this school, Ava and Damon were in the boiler room. They woke up in the same room. Oh wait, no, you're not asking. I am so sorry. I thought you were asking that. My bad.
But opening it during the tournament is asking to be caught, and opening it before the tournament is useless because Jet, Cassidy, and Mark would see it while setting up.
Oh yeah, you're right. If there was an open vent with a cord tied to it, I would have noticed for sure.
But wait, the chairs were set up. Who did the chairs? Who set up the chairs? Mordecai and Rigby.
Now that Eva mentions it, I'm pretty sure the vent was closed during setup.
See, there's no way I can execute this trap without being caught.
Oh, fuck. And now she's pissed at us for blaming her.
It's a stupid trap anyway. All the cord and vent stuff is too complicated. There's a billion ways it could go wrong.
Yeah, but you're also... What do you mean complicated? You're a mathlete. You're the ultimate mathlete. This isn't, like, out of your...
Damon's just making stuff up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, damn.
What the? That's bull.
Can it, you four-eyed troll! You can't talk your way out of this one!
Okay, calm down, Grace. Shit.
Only person who would be sick-minded enough to kill Wolfgang is you, and only you!
Oh, shh.
Don't you fucking try and tell me otherwise!
Oh. Yeah, I knew this was happening.
Go give your brother some sugar.
You can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near a vent.
It seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Wolfgang exposed you for the snake you are, and you despised him because of it. You have a motive!
Perhaps our understanding of the mechanism is wrong? Maybe it wasn't closing the vent that triggered it.
What?
But something else?
Do you have any evidence to prove that?
Even if this trap was used, you can't guarantee it operated the way Damon described.
How so?
Well, the battery could have been tied to the extension cord with a special knot which can untie by itself. See? Even Damon agrees.
Not so fucking fast! If the knot was that loose, how to keep the battery in place for so long?
It couldn't.
Precisely. The knot would fall apart faster than this stupid theory.
It's the timing.
You can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near a vent.
It seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Wolfgang exposed you for the snake you are, and you despised him because of it. You have a motive!
Perhaps our understanding of the mechanism is wrong. Maybe it was using the vent that triggered it.
Fuck. My bad.
You can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near a vent.
It seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Wolfgang exposed you for the snake you are, and you despised him because of it. You have a motive!
Perhaps our understanding of the mechanism is wrong. Maybe it wasn't closing the vent that triggered it, but something else?
You can't guarantee it operated the way. The battery could have been tied to the extension cord with a special knot which can untie by itself after a bit of time passes.
There's even less evidence for that!
Evidence? No one here cares about evidence. I just happened to be at the game tournament.
Wrong! Counter! Okay, I need to stop yelling. I'm sorry.
No. It's no coincidence you were at the game tournament. In fact, it's not even a coincidence the tournament took place during the murder.
What do you mean?
It was impossible for me to notice this earlier. But the killer timed the tournament so it would grant them an alibi for the murder.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you accusing me of murder again? I thought you said Ava was the culprit.
The detective isn't supposed to switch suspects in the last stretch like this. You're totally throwing the audience for a loop, and not in a good way.
And I'm the audience.
Except neither of you played a role in determining what time the tournament would be held.
Hey man, I'm just having fun.
The only person to determine that was Ava.
No!
Ava knew she would be in the dining hall tomorrow. So when Cassidy announced the tournament, she realized it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create an alibi for herself.
That's insane. How could she have come up with something like that on the spot?
You guys underestimate people who are mathematicians, I feel like. Yeah, definitely let me know.
Either. Since Ava
I can't guarantee I'll play them all.
She could time the setup of her trap accordingly.
Chad Norberg noticed the open vent. Wasn't Eva like distracted with the video game?
I got it.
Cassidy, you told me Ava approached you yesterday. And
Ooh.
asked about the tournament. What exactly did she say?
When did I tell you this again?
Before the tournament?
Oh, now I remember.
What if it's not a game? I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, Eva wanted to see what sort of equipment the tournament needed. After I showed her Mark's stuff and told her we were redecorating the dining hall, she offered to help.
Back when this conversation happened.
Wow.
You still
That's
hadn't
me.
decided what time you were going to start redecorating, right?
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. Eva really helped me out, though. She said she would stack the dining hall furniture we weren't going to use later that night. Afterwards, we could focus purely on arranging the technical stuff in the morning.
All right.
Oops,
Then tell me what
I'm
happened
so
last night.
trigger happy.
Jet, Mark, Eva, and I came to the dining hall at around 8:40 p.m. probably. We stacked the table and the dining chairs against the left wall, and the sofas we moved to the middle of the room, maybe a little more to the right. Then we all went back to our dorms. Well, I was kind of hungry, so I stayed back a few minutes before leaving.
Hold the phone. If those sofa chairs were moved to the middle of the room, why'd I see one over in the corner this morning?
Oh my god.
Eva pushed it there.
Oh my god.
Eva, what?
She didn't want to take part in the tournament. Just watch it from the side. That's what she told me. I never thought it was weird or anything.
Plus, didn't-
people just like sticking to the walls of rooms, you know?
By the way, didn't Eva say earlier that she's not into video games? But here she was the morning of playing like a 3DS.
We're talking about the sofa in the upper left corner, aye? The one next to the coffee table.
That leads to the vents.
Yes, sir, Eva.
Yo, when the power went out, I'm pretty sure Damon ran over to that corner to look through. Yeah, a vent.
Did she move the chair there so it would be easier to reach the vent later?
Why would I when Cassidy just said the vent was closed during setup?
Because you were covering for yourself in advance.
Huh?
The vent may not have been open at the time, but I'm willing to bet that's because you were still creating your trap.
Yep.
In what way?
Let's say Ava took a detour for the boiler room first, and slid the internal plug through both vents. After going upstairs and helping rearrange the dining hall furniture, during which she moves a sofa chair so it obscures
Bonk.
the vent,
Thank you for the bonks.
she heads outside and hides until everyone else goes to bed. Then, she walks back in and opens the vent.
So Eva took complete advantage of them?
Not my fault those two are so trusting.
Oh, you think a big guy like me was gonna be afraid of some mathlete? No way!
I mean, she did lie about a lot of important things. Her talent being one of them.
I won't say it's best of this game, but I'm not making it into the game. You're writing it? Oh, cool. Like, in the universe?
She also cried and fled the scene after we found out, no?
I just thought it was cool. She wanted to help me out.
Yeah.
Hey, can we backtrack a little? Like, to before all this Ava talk?
Why? What happened?
It's to do with the chair's position. You guys keep saying it was in front of the vent, but Damon stood in front of the vent during the blackout. If the chair was in the position you all say it was, it should have blocked him from crouching in front of the vent.
Ava probably just moved it during the blackout.
Eh?
Before the blackout, it was positioned with its back to the left wall. However, when I ran over to the vent, the chair was suddenly pushed up against the northern wall, out of the vent's range.
By the way, in that picture where it's the last piece of art where everyone's playing the games, right? Where Damon did the, he pushed his thumbs on the analog sticks. I don't think Ava was in that picture. Let me look it up. I'm looking it up. I can't find it. God damn it. Okay.
Ava must have shifted the chair while everyone was initially panicking from the blackout. I'm guessing she hoped people would misremember its position. They think it was always along the northern wall.
I found the picture. Ava isn't in that picture. It's funny because Grace is in that picture. Whew. Dude, my cats play fetch. Klaus does. He's unironically a dog.
Oh, man. So I totally fell for it?
Klaus will literally, he has a certain toy where if you throw it, he'll literally bring it back. Like, it has to be a certain size.
I also remember.
I kid you not, and I have videos of this.
Yeah, about that.
Oops. My speaker. Oh no. No, my monitors. My monitors. They turned off. Hold up. Also, I gotta save. Ooh, that was close. Why don't we save it real quick? Oh no, indeed. Let's save it. Let's not take any. Alright. My bad. I'm getting so immersed.
This morning, Jet, Mark, and I arrived at the dining hall a little after 8 a.m. Then Eva came a few minutes later. She helped us put together Mark's equipment, which was stationed in the lower right corner of the room. And then she volunteered to place speakers around the room while Jet and I set up the TV next to the fireplace.
Moving a speaker near the vent. Did Eva do that to drown out Diana and Wolfgang's scuffle?
Yeah, and in turn exacerbate the effects of the other speakers.
That's crazy.
There were almost a dozen spread throughout the dining hall. Some even sandwiched into corners they didn't need to be. Ava probably
Also,
placed them that way
if
to cover as much ground as
there's
possible.
so much of this that will prove Ava did it, because it's like she's good at maths, and like math can lead into so many other things. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
Still, Eva entered the dining hall at 8:10 a.m., right? So wouldn't it be impossible for her to knock out Lawyer Man at 8:15 a.m.?
According to Ava, she arrived around 8:10 a.m. But it's possible she actually arrived much later. Since there's no clock in the dining hall, he just couldn't have known. In fact, that might be why Ava seemed so eager to arrange Mark's equipment in the morning. Upon realizing it had a clock, she wanted to ensure it would only be powered on after she arrived.
It seems the setup of this trap occurred across 3 phases. Phase 1 took place in the boiler room and involved tying a lithium battery to an extension cord. The cord was then slid through the grates of the closed boiler room vent, presumably until it almost poked out the other end of the ventilation shaft.
Yeah.
Phase 2, by contrast, was carried out in the dining hall. The aforementioned cord was tied around the dining hall vent, which was then left open. This must have happened after Cassidy, Mark, and Jet were already done redecorating. For the third and final phase, the battery was carefully suspended over the generator. All these steps combined created a pulley system, which could only be triggered by closing the dining hall vent.
And who is good at math and distances and measurements?
Is there anything I'm missing?
How I closed the vent.
Oh, she didn't vent.
Huh?
No one has explained how I closed the dining hall vent. Obviously, I didn't do it during the blackout. According to Damon, the blackout can only happen after the vent is closed. So, I must have stood up, gone behind the chair, and closed the vent during the tournament. That's stupid. Someone is definitely going to notice that sort of conspicuous movement. It doesn't matter if that someone is on the opposite side of the room. They're going to notice.
How did we overlook such an obvious discrepancy?
What's this?
Don't think there's any fancy tricks over there. It's a bit too far from the vent.
It's a bit.
This is it.
I guess you just.
The location of your chair bypasses this problem entirely. Close the vent. All you need to do is set the chair to recline and reach behind you.
Yeah.
Set the chair to recline.
All the dining hall chairs have the ability to recline. Some were already set to that position.
We're not ending until we finish this trial.
Including Ava's. With her chair in recline, Ava can easily reach down and close the vent.
This is true.
It's not perfectly
Oops.
inconspicuous, but it's subtle enough to not catch most people's attention, especially those focused on watching a video game competition.
She's gonna freak out. She's gonna actually crash out.
Well, am I wrong?
Don't answer that question with a no, because that's how Diana got caught.
This isn't funny. Just because I was sitting in front of the vent doesn't
Doesn't
mean I
mean
was
she's
the one who
sus.
triggered the mechanism.
But the first one doesn't have dialogue. I mean, it's equal for only the first. Wait, of this game?
No one can sneak up behind you without drawing attention, especially when all the lights were still on.
That's just dumb. Where I was sitting shouldn't make me a murderer.
Even so, with everything we've spoken about...
Did someone set Ava up?
Everything? Did you already forget what was said earlier? Just look at all the items I would need to set up this murder. The battery, the extension cord, the rolling pin, the taser, the syringe, and the supposed drug used with it. How could I have collected all of those things?
Oh, okay, another one.
Wolfgang and everyone else hated me because I lied about my talent. They were on their guard whenever I was around.
I wouldn't say they hated you.
You think Jet and Desmond would just let me walk into their rooms and take their stuff?
That's true. We still haven't explained how she robbed 2 people's rooms without being caught.
Unless you can prove I had the chance to get all this stuff, you can't make me out to be the killer.
Fine. I'll show proof. Only you could obtain the items necessary for this murder.
Oh, he's flipping his dick out. Oh man, I love Damon so fucking much.
It was obvious from the start. You had my black...
How does that connect to...
I think it's a useful lesson for Rockstar Games. Do not give remasters of your games to people who have no experience.
Well aware of the
It seems that someone is trying to fix their reputation before the release of Project Eden's Garden 6. In fact, it's good that more and more companies are acting in the image of CDPR and working for reputation as well.
For real. Wait, what did Sonic say? Why can't I scroll up? Scroll up. Wait, let me just read it here. I think it's useful lesson for Rockstar Games to not give them. What did Rockstar do? Oh, the GTA trilogy. Yeah, that shit was awful. I literally could play it on my PS2 and I could have a better experience. Damon Desmond's like she didn't share.
For starters, everyone heard about Jet's battery. It was common knowledge due to his boasting.
Wait, so it's all my fault? Ouch.
Well, it's not your fault.
Since the dorms aren't locked, you could have easily snuck in and grabbed the battery while no one was inside. The battery is lightweight too, so you wouldn't have trouble carrying it. For the rest of your plan, the syringe and drugs are both readily available in the pharmacy. And as for the taser, you may not have known about its existence right away, but you still had every incentive to search Desmond's room.
You know what's funny, Data? This entire time when I was doing my investigation on the people who I suspect, I avoided the people in the gaming tournament, so no matter what, I was going to be thrown for a loop. It's crazy.
Because you received his blackmail.
Eva? You knew my blackmail this whole time and never said anything?
So what?
Huh?
So what if I knew? I wasn't the only one. Damon knew your blackmail as well.
Oh yeah, he read it out loud to everyone earlier, didn't he?
Damon knew almost everything I did. He knew where the items used in this murder were stored. He knew the layout of the boiler room and the storage closets. He knew all sorts of things. The only thing he didn't know is the one thing more important than any piece of physical evidence.
The hell are you talking about?
See, you still don't know. You still don't know that we never saw eye to eye.
Oh, wow. Oh, you fought a koi fish.
Huh?
Damn, you thought...
Eye to eye... on the not killing each other stuff?
On Wolfgang. Damon saw the way Wolfgang scolded me and treated me like a bad guy, and he thought I hated him the same way he did. But unlike Damon, I never wanted Wolfgang to die.
What the?
Whoa! That's a loaded accusation!
Ooh, yikes.
Not a first for this trial.
If you thought you saw the worst of Damon after the dummy trial, you underestimate just how low he can stoop.
She is throwing me under the bus?
I practically risked my life pretending to be his ally, but in return, he let me see the extent of his deceitfulness.
You...
Which is why I can tell everyone. that Damon has Wolfgang's blackmail.
You literal BI.
Oh gosh.
Damon is...
Any reason you didn't tell us this earlier?
It wasn't important.
Well, I didn't think it was incriminating at first.
Not even when he refused to come forward about it?
That was weird, but I didn't want to make accusations at the time because it could have just been his ego talking.
Oh my god.
Only after watching him reject the taser gun over this dumb mechanism he made up did I realize I had potential evidence on my hands.
Damon, do you have your blackmail on you? Don't worry about reading it out loud or anything. Just show the image.
I think Ava unironically is an ultimate liar. I genuinely think her talent was, she was right. Shh. You found a big mama pickle. Ew. No. Forfeit of my mind right now. Shouldn't matter about me. What she thinks about me. I don't even remember. Sorry about the things turned out. The other students would have cheated you if it wasn't for me. I was blindly following the words of a stranger, and now everyone's here. They're gonna... If I just come forward with it, even so.
Fine. I'll show it.
Oh, god damn it. I don't think I'm gonna have to... I gotta go watch another trial. Nekomaru? Hello, fake coffee 7087. Who's Nekomaru?
But only the picture, as requested.
Watch it not be there.
He's married?
No. Wait, wrong game.
Ingrid, Wolfgang doesn't have blue eyes.
So, who is this then? His parents?
Read the description.
I mean, why else would the guy look like him?
Given the year this photo was taken, these two people must be his parents. Look at what's printed at the bottom. April 17th, 2001. We know how old Wolfgang is because of the student reports. In 2001, he wasn't even born yet.
But why his parents? Are they being held against their will?
You can't leave us hanging, Damo! You gotta read out what it says!
That's not what was asked of me. And even if I had to, I don't think someone who can't explain himself should have his secrets revealed to everyone.
Some things are better left unsaid.
I agree.
For the record, I know what Wolfgang's blackmail says, but it didn't change my outlook on him. I don't think it's possible for anyone to hate someone like Wolfgang. He was always brave in the face of sheer adversity. And in Wolfgang,
oops,
challenged me to be a better person. Wolfgang challenged all of us to be better people. And maybe Ava simply couldn't rise to his challenge.
Don't listen to him! He's trying to divert everyone from the truth!
Oh my god.
Even though Wolfgang and I didn't always see eye to eye, my respect for him and his talent never wavered. Why would someone like me...
Also, sorry, I don't know if I said goodnight to Harvey, but hope you're having a good night.
Leading this trial much the same way he led the one before.
Why would someone like...
I may have questioned the idea no one here would kill, but that doesn't make me someone who wants to see bloodshed.
That is true.
He does want bloodshed!
Oh my god, please stop.
We have all the proof he's a cold-blooded killer! Wolfgang's blackmail, which he lied about having!
But wasn't Damon playing?
Nothing he says should be trusted. Nothing he says about me, or anything else.
It is odd that we place faith in a man who does not have faith in us. So much so, these discussions are mostly led by his own conjecture.
Damon isn't the killer, though. Why would he try to mislead anyone? Like, He and I were playing a game when the murder happened, and multiple people can vouch for us.
Not to mention, the things he's been saying make a lot of sense.
Truth has no personal alliance. That's why.
Even if he wasn't here, we'd arrive at the same conclusion anyway.
Depends who you mean by we.
Then
Oh,
you all still think I'm the killer?
oh, yeah, trust me, ma'am.
Someone needs to be voted by the end of this.
Don't just say it like that.
I really... Oh, man, she's gonna crash out. She's crashing out, she's crashing out. Crash out! Crash out! Wait, hold up. Where's my soundboard? I don't even have it on right now.
My ears!
Aren't you wearing a helmet? Boom!
How would I know? How would I know when to drop it?
Drop what?
The battery! Damon says the killer dropped the battery when Diana was already in the boiler room. But how would I know when Diana was in the boiler room? It's not as if I could listen out for her. The music speakers are too loud. And the dining hall has no clocks, so it would be impossible for me
She's
to
crashing
know
out, she's crashing out, she's crashing out. She's crashing out! She's crashing out, guys!
Right. Only Mark's DJ pad had a clock.
Maybe Ava asked Mark for the time.
She never spoke to me.
We never spoke! I never even got up from my chair! Besides, how could I be sure Diana arrived on time anyway?
Everyone just calm down!
If you can't explain how I knew when to drop the battery, then shut up and stop accusing me!
Alright. Your Nintendo DS. Nope. Wait, what? It's the last option? She saw her?
I got it.
Ha. That.
The only way the killer would have known when to spring their trap was by seeing Diana enter the room. Any uncertainty would ruin the plan, and the dining hall was too loud to hear anything over.
No.
This is it.
No.
It's impossible to see anything from the vent, which means the only way anyone could see into the room was by using the school cameras.
No.
Say what?
I don't understand how, but Ava must have used the camera.
Is she working with the kidnappers?
Oh.
Are you kidding me? How the hell would I have access to the camera?
You hacked it. Deja vu. Piranha? That's... Hey, you got a piranha. It's time I bring an end. Your final lie? Okay. Noise bullet and mega bullet. Okay. This is what Data was talking about. Space Word of Fire. Oh my god, I'm like... Okay.
Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. Who cares about the kid? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Fuck.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
She's so annoying.
I didn't. Damon, I thought you trusted me. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Stop! She's...
It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. Why would I
Dana!
kill- It's
Dana!
There's no
Dana!
proof I killed Wolfgang.
Dana!
Who cares about the camera?
Dana!
This isn't fair.
Ah!
I didn't see it. It's Damon who's suspicious.
I need to focus. Fuck. I gotta
I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. I didn't see. Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I... This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see any. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed one. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. I thought you tried.
Okay.
It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera?
Fuck!
Who cares about the camera?
I can't...
I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone?
I'm going to fail this again.
I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help.
I can't do this. Ugh, I can't. Like, okay, I need to focus. My God.
This isn't fair. Why would I kill? I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Every time she goes up.
I killed Wolfgang. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair.
She goes up. That's where you shoot her.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
She goes back up.
This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
I have to use my focus.
I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera?
Fuck.
I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything.
Come on.
There's no proof I killed Wolf. Why would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera?
Skill.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I thought you trusted me. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera?
Alright, as soon as she
I
goes.
just wanted to help. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
No.
I didn't see anything. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera?
Come on.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? Why won't you believe me? Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed. I just wanted to help.
No.
I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera?
Come on, move up.
I didn't see anything.
Son.
It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's... I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see any. Yeah. See what I can
Fuck.
do?
Oh my god. I'm so aggravated. It's like, it's so impossible. Like, what difficulty is this?
I didn't see it. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone?
I need to literally...
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair.
We were so close.
I know, I'm trying. I really am focusing.
Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? Damon, I thought you trusted me.
It's this. It's...
It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious. Why would I? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
We're getting there, boys.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. Why won't you believe me? It's Damon. suspicious. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
I got this.
This isn't fair.
You have to donate $1 million if I win. That's a joke. Get.
Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? How could I access the security camera? Ugh. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. Who cares about
I was so confused.
Gotta press the keys and form a sentence.
This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's suspicious. How could I access the security camera? Shut up! Why would I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
I need to think.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? It's I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's... Why would I kill any... It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? Damon. I just wanted to help. I thought you trusted me. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair. I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. Why won't you believe me? It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
I'm probably gonna die again.
It's Damon who's suspicious.
I'm losing too much health.
Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? about the camera? I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? I just want. How could I access the security camera?
Please, please, please.
Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I just wanted to. This isn't fair. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? I didn't.
You have to use all the buttons to form a phrase or sentence.
This isn't fair.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair.
Let's do this. I didn't know.
Who cares about the camera?
I thought we had to use one.
Why would I kill anyone?
What do the words say then? Do we have to form a sentence?
This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
Does anyone know what the words say?
Who cares about the camera?
What is the...
Why would I kill anyone?
Actually, wait, if you say the words, I'll just form it. Hold up.
I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. I thought you trusted me. Who cares about the camera?
Interesting.
I just wanted to help.
Well, that's what... Wait, hold up.
This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone?
God, she is so...
This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything.
Wait. Game console person?
It's Damon who's suspicious. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone?
You fucking...
I didn't see anything. Why would I kill...
I'm about to die.
This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why won't you believe me?
God. Alright, we have to win this.
It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone?
One more. One more, boys.
This isn't fair. How could I access the security camera?
It's over. We know the truth.
No! Don't kill me!
Shattered her. Break.
What you said was true, Ava.
Oh my god, my brain
How
is...
the trap works depends on if the killer can see inside the boiler room. Which begs the question, how does the killer see inside? They can't just get on their knees and peek through the vent. Everyone in the dining hall will notice.
Holy fuck. What do you mean one last mini game?
The vent probably offers very
I'm trying to go to bed.
an actual view of the room.
Exactly! It's impossible!
Right. It's impossible. From this particular angle,
Ugh.
if I switch perspectives, your entire argument comes completely undone.
mean?
Ava assumes I'm taking only one factor into account. Her position at the time of Wolfgang's murder. Little does she know that in ruling out that factor, she's led me straight to another.
Yeah, we have to piece together the puzzle. I'm gonna be able to do
the
that.
game you played at the end of the prologue?
A certain item
The
would
puzzle.
have granted her the ability to stay inside the boiler room. An item that, like the chemical smell, only makes sense when all other options have been ruled out. The game console she brought with her to the tournament.
How did she hack the camera?
Ava had a game console?
She wanted to get in the spirit of the tournament without being directly involved. Or so she claimed. But when every other option has been ruled out, what else can we look to but the one that's yet to be addressed?
Are you saying she saw inside the boiler room using the console?
Someone played live footage of the room?
How is that even possible?
Sounds like a stretch.
If I'm wrong, Ava should be able to prove her innocence. Go on, Ava. Show us the console.
Huh?
I don't think she has the console on her, dude.
She has to. She never had an opportunity to slink away and dispose of it.
What about the blackout?
When the blackout first hit, people were disorientated for about a minute at most.
She would have.
Ava likely spent those 60 seconds undoing the cord and moving the chair.
She wouldn't have turned
Between
on.
then and now, she's never been alone. The only exception was when she and I split up to investigate the dining hall and the dorms respectively. However, the laundry room, dining hall, and courtyard all had people in them.
And the janitor closet? That room has been locked for days now. She obviously couldn't hide the console there.
Which means it must still be on her person.
No fucking chance.
Like I said earlier, if I'm wrong about the console, you can take it out right now and show everyone its contents.
What are you waiting for? Quit hiding the stupid thing and show it!
You're just trying to make me look bad. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous of me. You're jealous of me and my talent. That's all you are. Jealous.
Hey, calm down.
Why not just pull out the console?
Yes, show us the console and then you'll be done with this.
No! Eh? I don't have to show anyone anything.
That's the most suspicious thing you could say.
It's not suspicious. I'm telling the truth.
That's obviously a lie.
Why go through the effort of mentioning Wolfgang's blackmail if you won't reveal this?
Now that I think back on it, Ava had been staring at her console the entire time.
Yep, the entire time, and she's not even.
I thought it was weird. Coming all the way over to the dining hall when she could have just stayed in her dorm.
Well, where did she obtain this console? We should discuss those details before continuing any more with these accusations.
She said she won it from Tozu's gachapon.
Seems natural you would stock that machine with dangerous items. Would this be killing game at all?
Between 14 possible culprits and one possible killer, there's no need to sort out the facts further. Ava, you're the only one we can vote for.
That's such twisted logic. You're going to vote for me without being completely sure I'm even guilty?
Yeah.
There's no need to be completely sure, if no one else can be suspected.
In case anyone still doubts Ava is the killer, I'll go through the case one last time. And once all the pieces are laid out for everyone to see, I'll prove she's the killer. Once and for all.
Alright, let's do this. Wait, what? There's like lives. The blackout, closing the vent. This is the one. Yep, closing the vent. Yep. Alright, we got 5 minutes. Let's go. Butter. No, 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 that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I didn't think so. Come on, we got 3 minutes. Three and a half minutes. We got this. Car battery. Oh, didn't think so. Car battery. Okay, I should have expected. Wolfgang took the knife to defend himself. Diana was the last to arrive. Oh my god.
This is how it happened.
Got it! Ooh, I like that pink. Oh, Data. One of these days.
This case was directly incited by the motive Tozu introduced, in which everyone here received another person's blackmail.
Alright, cutscenes from here.
Amidst the chaos that spawned, the killer saw an opportunity to commit a murder. They sent letters to two people, Wolfgang Akide, who they planned to kill, and Diana Venezia, who they planned to frame. Wolfgang and Diana were asked to meet in the boiler room in 2 days' time. Wolfgang's letter told him to arrive at 8:15 a.m., while Diana's told her to arrive at 8:45 a.m.
Yep.
The messages threatened to expose our blackmail, so we had no choice but to follow their instructions.
At this point, the killer probably knew the way they were going to kill Wolfgang. Hence, how they reacted to this next piece of information. The following morning, it was revealed that Cassidy and Jet were going to hold a game tournament.
The point was for people to spend time together and not think murdery thoughts. But little did we know, a would-be killer was lurking nearby. And how? The killer emboldened their own plans and made it so the tournament would happen at 9 a.m.
Did you just agree with yourself?
Both Wolfgang and Diana turned down the offer, which must have been music to the killer's ears, since it confirmed their plan was working. The killer took this as a sign to commence the next phase of their plan. Later that evening, they went downstairs to the boiler room and began preparing the murder weapon.
Though it might be more accurate to call it a murder mechanism, the
True.
killer wrapped an extension cord as tightly as they could around a car battery, which had been stolen from Jet's room. I imagine the battery must have been sitting on top of the generator. Wouldn't want to risk an explosion by bringing lithium too close to the water.
The killer avoided opening the boiler room vent for this segment, probably because they knew I'd remember it being closed originally.
A crucial part of the killer's plan would involve sliding the cord through the boiler room vent and out the other end into the dining hall. So they could then walk upstairs to the dining hall and tie the protruding part of the cord to the dining hall vent.
Funnily enough, the killer was going to be needed in the dining hall very shortly.
Yeah, to help Cass and me rearrange the dining hall's furniture. We were saving the whole thing for next morning, but they convinced us to do it that night instead.
Their intentions were threefold. Create an alibi, hide the vent with a piece of furniture, and then open the vent in secret. After which, they return to the boiler room and suspend the battery over the generator.
Which brings us to today.
Shia LaBeouf.
Knowing better than to head downstairs without protection, Wolfgang went to the kitchen and armed himself with a knife. Toshiko didn't notice a knife on him when the two met in the hallway, so he must have hidden it in his blazer.
Wolfgang arrived inside the boiler room at 8:15 a.m., exactly like his letter requested. As he was waiting, the killer snuck up behind him.
Whack. This is what they did.
And he got smacked right in the head with that steel rolling pin and crumpled like paper.
A sword.
Yeah.
With a sleeping drug.
Wolfgang got hit by a metal
Remained
pipe.
in the boiler room until Diana arrived.
The killer might have, left the taser on the floor around this time.
Yeah, the taser they swiped from my dorm. They must have decided to raid the place after receiving my blackmail. If I'd heard about the taser sooner, I could have gotten rid of it, as well as whatever else my blackmail supposedly mentions.
Save the angsting for later, will you?
Anyway, back on topic. Wolfgang was left to lie in the partially flooded area of the boiler room, while the killer ran upstairs to help set up Mark's music equipment.
They didn't care about the equipment. They just wanted to put a speaker next to the vent, because it would drown out the fight which was going to happen later.
Don't forget the digital clock! They wanted to get there before that became available. Don't need people knowing what time you actually arrived.
My letter said to meet at 8:45 a.m., so that's when I got to the boiler room. I made sure to close the door behind me, just as the message told me to.
Bad idea. Killer flipped the doorknob so that the lock was on the outside instead of the inside. You locked yourself in.
The room was really dark too. I didn't even see the suspended battery, only the blinking security camera. And then, Wolfgang. He got up on his feet all of a sudden, and he started crying and saying these weird things.
Jesus. Not yet, not yet.
I tried to keep him calm and asked him to come over to me, which he actually did.
The drugs probably gave him a frightening hallucination, and he perceived you as a threat.
He was screaming at me, and I was screaming back. No one from the tournament could hear us over the music. At one point, I even picked up the taser, but then I threw it back down again.
And that's when the killer decided it was time. Having set their chair to recline, they were able to casually reach down and close the vent behind them.
Alright, Data, do it, Data.
This lowered the extension cord, causing the car battery to enter the water and discharge a huge
Do the
amount of
explosion,
electricity.
Data. I'll wait for you if you're still here. Do the explosion. I'll wait. Oh, I timed it off. That's essentially what happened.
Wolfgang, who was still standing in the water, was electrocuted instantly. The battery itself exploded upon reacting with the water, which the killer was likely banking on as a way to destroy evidence. All of this happened right under my nose. No one could have guessed that someone present at the tournament was committing murder.
The explosion also damaged the generator and caused the blackout. Everyone ended up stumbling around in the dark.
Why does Kai sound like Sonic?
Not for long, though. We quickly came back to our senses and agreed to look for a backup generator on the underground floor.
I used a hairpin to unlock the boiler room door, but you guys had already made it
Oops.
downstairs.
That's when you say you ducked around a corner and out of sight. Only after everyone went inside the closets did you then dash upstairs.
It's a good thing she did. Otherwise, we'd have found her alone in her room with Wolfgang's dead body. We would have wrongly assumed Diana was the killer, and died as a result. This complicated scheme calls to mind only one person. One person who just so happened to be sitting in a certain sofa chair.
Eva, you son of a bitch.
That person is you, Eva Sunaka. It's over, Eva. We know the truth.
It's not fair. This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
Amen. That was emotional. That was an emotional ride. 5 hours.
My blood is rushing.
Oh god, that was insane. That was a lot that happened. A lot of things to comprehend. I feel like I'm smarter now, and dumber at the same time. Yeah, now it's Spectre. Let's score in math. Deliver an honorable truth.
Well done.
Or the praise. Allow me to reward your success.
This isn't funny.
Can you shut up, damn? Glance. It's for this frosty atmosphere. You found the whodidit, so now you wish to why done it.
Such a spoil sport.
And every murder mystery needs a motive, and I would be loath to break tradition at this stage.
There must be something.
Why did you do this? Just why? I wanted to be helpful.
Come on.
You have nothing left to lose now. It was You're lying. Tozu made me do it.
This is...
You...
Such disrespect.
Oh, please. It was secretly for just a killing game. She wouldn't have such an intention grabbing ultimate title.
Rubbish.
Ultimate liar, talk about on the nose. He's just as much of a nappy as the rest of you.
Son of a bitch!
Rules, that's proven if you're in the cahoots.
Holy!
When she blew up school fucking... Look at a camera, but Ava was punished for wasn't punished for destroying a fucking generator. Session the rules talking about, hey man, if it makes for a murder, that's been the second rule. Students are not allowed to vandalize any official Killing Game properties, such as the cameras, toes, trinkets. Exceptions may apply. At the end, oh yeah.
Stop lying!
This looks bad.
Destroyed the generator while committing a murder. Murder is legal, boys.
What's all this about?
Yes, which means we can all do it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah, actually be the reason.
I see, I see.
I see. And if it were...
What?
That ain't it.
She would know for sure she wouldn't have been penalized.
Who? Me?
Of substance. The mere application of a loophole ignites their senses and they are desperate. Yes, Eva approached me with the same question as you. Oh.
Not okay!
Pathetic.
Unfair. Answering a reasonable question is far from unfair. As professor to help on an assignment, sure, he prefers won't do the work for you, but they'll be happy to clear up any confusion you might have. She's lying. She can say made a deal. What? You? I'm mind blown.
Impossible!
Okay. Change for agreeing to perform the first kill. Secret special perk.
Plot twist.
The traitor perk.
Holy!
That a host cannot simply hand over traitor perk to anyone who asks. So for perk, they must earn it.
That was very...
Secret lurking inside. Beyond this door.
Well done.
Indeed, I was. From the perk was a few inches of
I see.
Well,
combination unless you've accounted.
How?
The poster.
Well done.
Wait a minute. Could I have found this poster?
For real?
No.
Oh my god, it was right there. 1310.
Pathetic.
Plot twist.
Oh. You know what's funny? I think I was even talking about... I was even talking about buying a plushie.
fucking twisted!
Why the long face?
Try to perk any over with me.
Shit.
Anybody?
Who? Me?
Using a tablet.
Damn it.
Oh, crud!
But then...
What?
Oh my god, wow.
Nonsense.
To trust him. I had no choice. Take it soon and give myself a chance to escape, or I would with the rest of you.
You.
We've ended up in this mess. Yeah, what the fuck? You could... Together and you broke that promise. If you hadn't murdered one of the only people who could have handled this situation, we might be...
Hang on.
This would have eventually... It's what they
Watch it.
was risky. A small space with wit. That's not a gamble you should have taken.
What a joke.
All we needed to do was wait.
Stop it!
You would have died, huh? What? Whatever happened with him around, he would have accused you of being the killer even without evidence, and you all would have believed him? No. Oh, no, we wouldn't have.
Whoa.
Shut up!
He turned me into an easy target to murder. If I was murdered.
Bro?
You really let me down.
Tried to get along with you. During the gaming tournament, I was fine with you joining.
Ugh.
None of you.
Huh?
People hated. For nothing. Never could be anything else. I'll never get what I deserve.
I don't understand.
I cared. Past tense. I don't get it.
Why? Don't say that!
I don't want to.
You still agree with me? Wow.
How can you believe that?
You know, camera perk.
Shut it!
Fuck you!
Fucking comeuppance. What?
How can that be?
Honestly,
I was about to escape.
shocking.
My thoughts exactly.
At least I was a lawyer. Person, she wanted to escape.
Nope.
Butters. You sold the house out because of the perk, huh? Use the perk to murder someone as soon as possible. Oh.
What did you say?
Nonsense!
Who? Me?
You are so fucking twisted.
Dude, no!
This isn't fair.
Worthless.
No!
Yeah. How could I? The black end is.
Dumbass!
Execution. But I realize it's time to change. Oh no.
Holy.
The show must go on.
Oh no. She's gonna get.
I won't believe.
My blood is rushing.
Don't kill me!
That's what mine's.
I want to live. I deserve to live. I'm going to live. I'm going to live!
I don't want to click my mouse. Oh my god. What the absolute fuck? Come on, save her. No. This is so fucked up. This is... Oh my god. I wouldn't grab that hand. Why did they make them watch that? That is so fucked up.
There's no way.
Isn't this lovely? Moving on.
I'll be damned.
Terrible. Just terrible.
No, that doesn't count when you're giving people an ultimatum.
I can't believe it. Oh, shit!
I can't be like this.
It's all my fault.
Whoa!
They wouldn't done the same.
It is how it is.
His parents.
I can do this.
Believe me.
Didn't do
Pardon
anything
me.
wrong. Yeah.
Like a chameleon, I will adapt. I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps and continue what he wasn't able to accomplish. I'll become something new.
Lost their mind. Hmm.
Hold on. We won't back down.
You've got to be kidding me.
Jesus.
Can this get any worse?
Heroic monologues.
Moving on.
Get lost.
Ingrates.
Wherever heard that one before. Whoa, get lost. See.
Good evening. Isn't this lovely?
Yeah, this game is rough. Like, not rough as in bad, but it's a lot. I'd like to assume she's alive, but I doubt it. Maybe you don't want to follow in his footsteps. Pissed you off. Now there was only 16 of us. Or wait. 14. Yeah, save it over. What happens if we continue? I'm assuming... Well, it's late. That's until they get an update. Let's just call it here. Oh man. Well, good night, everybody.